The witch kept her word and got them to Guaran, where they took ship. They sailed north across the waking sea, lashed by terrible storms. 2 weeks they spent in that dark hold, packed in with the fearful and the desperate. And then they saw it. Kirkwall, the city of chains. Long ago it was part of the Imperium, slaves coming from far and wide to work the quarries. Now, it's a free city, but I use the word loosely.
Who's narrating?
Sail through those black cliffs and you'll see what the slaves of old saw. The gallows, welcoming you.
Dwarf guy?
That's where their ship landed, with all the rest.
Oh, we don't get to see the part about being on a dragon. But we've made it out alive. Bethany, me, Aveline, Mother. Free city, huh? Oh, it looks well built. Way better than Lothering.
They're not letting anyone into the city.
What? That can't be.
It's true. Look at them all.
They're Fereldens, just like us. Fleeing for their lives.
And they would throw us all back to the wolves. Unbelievable.
No, it is totally believable.
I'm only surprised they let us dock.
We need to find Gamlin. Our family has always been highly regarded in Kirkwall. He can do something, I'm sure of it.
Let's hope he received your letter.
The guards seem to be reporting to that man. Perhaps we should speak to him.
Our family is highly regarded in Kirkwall, but we live in Lothering and Ferelden, one of the crappiest towns? Okay. I want to read the Codex. Codex. The city of Kirkwall. Kirkwall once lived on the edge of the Tevinter Imperium and was home to nearly 1 million slaves. Stolen from elven lands or shipped from across the sea, all slaves fed the Imperium's unquenchable thirst for expansion. They worked in massive quarries and sweltering foundries that produced stone and steel for the Empire. The city's complicated past is not easy to forget, history having earmarked many corners of the Stone City. A ship approaching the harbor spots the city's namesake, an imposing black wall. Oh, does Kirk mean black in some language? It is visible for miles, and carved into the cliffside are a pantheon of vile guardians representing the old gods. Over the years, the Chantry has effaced many of these profane sentinels, but it will take many more years to erase them all. Old gods. Old gods? But you're not talking about the dragon kind, they were people. Also carved into the cliff is a channel that permits ships into the city's interior. Flanking the channel are 2 massive bronze statues, the twins of Kirkwall. The statues have a practical use. Kirkwall sits next to the narrowest point of the waking sea, and a massive chain net can be erected between the statues and lighthouse, closing off the only narrow navigable lane. The stranglehold on sea traffic is jealously guarded by the ever-changing rulers of the city, as the net trolls taxes, tolls, and extortions in from the sea. Brother Jenny TV knows everything. Slaves stolen from elven lands. Slaves.
Wesley would have been horrified to see this.
How will we find anyone in this place?
We need to find your uncle. With any luck, he's received my letter.
Do they even send out letters? Does the post office still work during wartime? I don't know about that. Oh, this place gives me the creeps. I don't suppose we can just waltz in? Can we?
How can they turn us all away?
There's no space. It's the same thing back in Denerim.
Get back to the crowd, you lot. Trying to bully your way through won't get you into Kirkwall any faster.
But you do intend to let us in.
We have enough poor of our own in the free marches. We don't need you refugees piling up here like a middens heap.
I heard someone call this fortress the Gallows. Is it a prison?
Used to be. Back in the Imperial days. They kept slaves here until the rebellion. Now the Templars run it and use it to lock up their mages. Guess not much has changed.
Are mages imprisoned here?
Well, no more than anywhere else. It's a circle of magi now. Magic is to serve man, not rule him. And mages are better locked up where they don't hurt anyone.
Bethany, do you want to hide away your staff for now? Don't think we want people here knowing that we have a mage with us.
Why aren't we being allowed into the city?
If it were up to me, I'd bar the gates and let you find somewhere else to beg.
Wow.
But it's not. Some of you lot might have legitimate business in the city. So Knight Commander Meredith wants us to sort you all out. Most of you are getting right back on your ships, though.
We didn't come on a ship.
That's a Templar title. Why would a city guardsman answer to the Templars?
We don't answer to her, but she's the power in Kirkwall. Don't know what would happen if the Viscount went against something she wanted, but he's sure never taken that chance.
That powerful?
There must be someone in charge I can speak with.
Yes, always the same story. You want in, talk to Captain Ewald. I'm just here to keep you refuse from climbing the walls.
Everyone's like, let me talk to your manager. You're too much of an underling. You can't decide anything. Oh, they actually let me walk in a little bit. What? Ooh. Slaves? Creepy.
Was Wesley based out of the Lothering Chantry? I don't remember ever seeing him there.
He served elsewhere. He was coming to find me at Ostagar. Were you familiar with every Templar in Lothering?
How else was I supposed to know when to run and hide?
So the whiteness of these icons is the mod, I think. It normally would be black. Right. I think that's probably a good change, even without playing the game beforehand.
Just take your things and get back on the ship.
No, let me... Where's your manager? Let me talk to your manager.
What are you going to do?
Come on. You won't let me go in here? Let me see if I can go around. Yes, the captain.
We're not animals you can just corral.
We've no intention of keeping anyone here, Sirrah. You're all going back to where you came from.
My men and I fought against the Blight. We're heroes.
Deserted. It doesn't matter. Kirkwall has no more room for anyone.
Let us through, you flaming blighter. We're not staying in this pit.
Then get back on your ship and leave. Kirkwall has no more room for refugees.
The ship's already gone. We've paid good coin to get here.
You and half of Ferelden. There's nothing I can do. The city is full.
One of the guards said you were letting in people who have business in the city.
That's right. We've seen you let lots of people through.
Citizens and merchants that make it worth our while. I'll assume that you don't have any more coin than these gentlemen. We've been letting you Fereldens in for months. You're too late. There's no more room.
But we have family here. Doesn't that mean anything?
I've heard claims like that 1,000 times already, trust me. We'll find some ships to take you all back to Ferelden, eventually. Until then, you stay here.
Geographically, right now, the Blight's advanced to around Lothering. Even Denerim is probably okay. And then, remember how we looked at the map? The geography of Thedas? Kirkwall is across the sea. I don't know if Darkspawn can swim, but I assume at this point that this place is relatively safe. It's just that there's a whole bunch of people flooding in because Ferelden is not safe. But they don't feel the threat here, I assume. I don't have money.
There must be someone else in charge we can talk to.
The city's been closed by order of the Viscount and Knight Commander Meredith, whose fortress you're standing in. But as far as you're concerned, I'm in charge.
Our uncle is Gamlin Amel. He knows we're coming. Surely someone could find him.
Gamlin? I know that name.
He's a nobleman here in the city. Our family has an estate.
A nobleman? The only Gamlin I know is a weasel who couldn't rub two coppers together.
Oh no.
If he comes back, I'll bring you to him. But I don't have time to...
What? You gonna let them through?
I didn't say anything about...
We've been here for 4 days. They just got here.
That's it. We're carving our way out of here. Men?
Be careful!
Whoa! People! I'm not a part of this. What the hell? Are you guys serious? Wow, they're really just doing this in the middle of the city? Well, now you're really not getting in. Hold up.
That's enough!
Oh! You guys alright? Trying to do some backstabs here. Here we go. Hey, now we have a reason to go in because we helped defend the city. Yeah? Something like that. Whoa, they have a huge band of people. They mentioned helping against the Blight. What are these, warriors? Just mercenary warriors from Ferelden. I really should be... Wait, so I see that there's no more, like, the black area behind people. Should I still be trying to go around? Or does only the backstab ability count now?
Unbelievable.
Captain, are you all right?
I am, no thanks to you. Where is everyone? Go find them. I want this kept under control. You have my thanks. Look, I can't get you into the city. It's not my decision. But I'll find your uncle and bring him here.
I wonder if my uncle lied about having an estate. It didn't sound like he was held that highly in regard here. Kinda worried.
It's been 3 days. This waiting has to end.
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Gamlin must still be looking for us.
And if he's not?
Wait. I think someone's coming.
That doesn't look like a nobleman to me.
Leandra. Damn, girl. The years haven't been kind to you.
Gamlin!
Let me say up front, I wasn't expecting this. The Blight, your husband, dead. I'd figured you'd pretty much be Ferelden for life.
Oh, Gamlin. We came too late. My poor carver didn't make it, and Drastic guide him.
Oh, Maker save me. Leandra, don't drop this on me here. I don't even know if I can help you get in.
I'm more concerned about Mother. Can you get her in at least?
No. We stay together.
I was hoping to grease some palms, but the Knight Commander's been cracking down. We're gonna need more grease.
But what about the estate? Surely Father left something when he died?
Right, about the estate. It's, gone. To settle a debt. I've been meaning to write you.
He's a gambler.
Then there's no hope.
Not quite. I know some people who might help. If you're not too delicate about the company you keep.
He's a gambler. This guy is not a nobleman.
Mother said our family was wealthy. You really can't help us.
I am blighted helping. I've got 2 offers of work from people who've got the coin to open those gates.
I still can't believe you sold the estate. Gamlin, how could you?
Well, I didn't expect your blasted family to show up on my doorstep. I've got a nice place in Lowtown. You'll see, it'll all work out.
From a place called Lowtown.
Do we need to stay in Kirkwall? Let's go to another city.
This was my home. I can't believe they won't let me come back.
Every city on the coast's been hip-deep in Ferelden since the Blight. You could try your luck further inland, I suppose, but it won't be easy.
No, we're not putting Mother through that. We'll find a way.
Origins is whatever's happening in Ferelden with the Grey Wardens. It looks like Dragon 2 is whatever's happening away from Ferelden, roughly around the same time. Alright. I don't know, man.
We don't have any choice, do we? I need to get my family into Kirkwall.
I talked to my contacts, and I found some people who might be willing to pay your way into the city. The catch is, you and your sister have to work off the debt. For a year.
A year?
It's the best I could do. Trust me when I say a bunch of refugees won't get a better option anywhere else.
What kind of work?
I'm sure we'll be free and clear before we know it.
I managed to convince my contacts to come to the gallows to meet you personally. Mirren heads up the mercenary company, the Red Iron. They're looking for recruits. Fenril, I guess you might call her a smuggler. Either one of them can help you. All you need to do is find them in the courtyard and convince them you're worth the trouble.
What do you think about this, Bethany?
We've come this far. I don't care who we work for, as long as it means we don't have to go back.
Not sure on the background of my family. We were in Lothering. What kind of family were we? Just a poor family? Bethany and I seem to both know how to fight. I'm kind of interested in what's going on here because Bethany, she's an apostate, never sent to the Circle of Magi. That in itself is kind of interesting. Maybe that's a sign of a loving family then, huh? We don't really treat her differently. We're not like, oh my god, a mage, send her away, we don't want her anymore, she's a monster.
What kind of man is this Mirren?
He's a hired sword. What do you expect him to be like? I wouldn't bring him home for dinner or anything, but he's got a decent reputation. I wouldn't have asked him if I thought he'd cross you.
How dangerous is this smuggler's work?
Well, it won't be pretty working for her. She's a pretty small fish compared to some of the other thieves' guilds around here. But she's tough, she's fair, and she never deals in slaves or flesh.
That actually doesn't sound too bad, but I don't know how much I trust my uncle. He seems a little bit sleazy. Or disingenuous, let's put it that way.
Let's find them and see what they have to say.
Oh, Gamlin, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. Don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
And what of me? I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us.
I have no real option. Thank you.
I guess it's decided. Okay. Let's see how many... Okay, not too bad so far. Lore, characters, art of war. Oh no, this is just tutorials, ignore that. Okay, I thought we would get one for Aveline, but not yet. Welonz Hawke, the daughter of Malcolm Hawke and Leandra Amel. Welonz has lived in many places throughout Ferelden. Her father and younger sister Bethany were apostate mages. My dad too! Thus, the family were constantly on the move, avoiding Templar hunters. 10 years ago, the family settled in the village of Lothering, building a home on the outskirts and making a life where they wouldn't forever be on the run. Though Leandra worried constantly that the Templars would one day catch up with them, Malcolm kept his abilities a secret and taught his daughter to do the same. He died 3 years ago, leaving Welonz responsible for the welfare of her mother and younger siblings. I'm the oldest sibling. When the Blight began, Welonz and Carver quickly enlisted in King Kaelin's regiment. The horde spilling from the Korkari wilds meant their home would quickly be overrun if the Darkspawn were not defeated immediately. However, the Battle of Ostagar ended with the betrayal and death of King Kaelin. Everyone knows that it was a betrayal. By Logain? Welonz and Carver barely escaped the chaos with their lives and returned to Lothering to get their mother and Bethany out, with only moments to spare. And now Carver's gone. Oh, that's a tough dynamic then. We have four people. I'm the oldest sibling. Bethany can't really do any work because she's an apostate, and as soon as somebody finds out, we're gonna get ratted out and she'll get taken to mage jail.
I hope we can get into the city soon. I don't know what will happen if we have to go elsewhere.
So now we have to earn our way into the city. How hard can that be?
That's the attitude. Kirkwall, the gallows. Statues of tortured slaves fill the gallows courtyard, a ghastly memento of Kirkwall's history. 1,500 years ago, Kirkwall was the Tevinter Imperium's largest quarry, feeding the construction of the Imperial Highway. The Imperium's hunger for expansion led to legions of slaves forced into working the quarry. When the Empire's construction phase ended, Kirkwall slid naturally into its new role as a capital of the slave trade, the gallows at its heart. So this is the capital of this region then? Or do you just mean capital of slave trade? The statues are not monuments to the suffering of slaves. Every inch and angle of the courtyard was designed by magisters bent on breaking the spirit of newcomers. Executions here took place daily, sometimes hourly, and corpses were hung from gibbets throughout the yard. New slaves trudging in from the docks saw what awaited them. When Our Lady turned her armies against the Imperium, the slaves of Kirkwall revolted and claimed the city for themselves. The gallows stood empty for 200 years, not to be reopened until the crowning of Divine Justinia I. The gallows transformed the city again when the abandoned prison tower became the home of Kirkwall's circle. Let's get going.
So, that was your uncle, was it? Good. I thought he was another confidence man trying to sell promises. I don't suppose he has the coin you'll need to get in.
I don't want to let him know that.
He had some ideas.
They always do. If it were just up to me, I'd let you through. But there are a lot of eyes watching, a lot of palms that need greasing. My suggestion? Wait for a ship and hope the next city hasn't already closed their doors.
Thanks for the suggestion, I guess. I'm sorry, should I... Hello? Merchant Cavril.
I've already told you, I can't give you any more for them.
But that was everything we have. It's all we brought with us.
And I feel for you, Sirrah, but it's the best I can do.
If they just let us into the city, I could get 3 times that price.
Myron?
Your business is done.
But...
Now then, what can I do for you, Sirrah?
Sirrah?
I didn't think there'd be any stores here in the fortress.
There are many merchants who come here right now who can't afford the bribes to enter the city. So the Templars suggested having someone set up shop, temporarily. And I am the lucky man.
This is the best spot. Right at the gates where people going in and people going out and people who can't get in, everyone's here.
You mean you paid your own bribes to be here?
If they allowed everyone to set up shop, this place would turn into a bazaar.
So?
Sadly, there's only so much I can do for those Fereldens. Poor sods.
I'm sure you're very broken up over it.
I meant you. Folks like yourself.
This is just like the merchant guy we saw in Lothering, who was trying to rip off the refugees.
She didn't seem very happy with the deal you made.
What am I supposed to do? Buy every piece of furniture these people dragged with them?
I'm sure they'd rather not sell what little they have left.
My point is that I'm running a business, not a charitable order. I'm sorry.
I imagine the profits help with the guilt.
Well, everyone's gotta eat, and whatever, I guess. Did I do this one already?
I didn't think there'd be any stores here in...
So the Templars suggested having someone set up shop.
Bye.
Temporarily.
I don't need anything.
As you wish, Sirrah.
Not like we have money anyway. Do I have money? I have 7 silver and 23 bronze thingies. So much money. Okay. Sorry, Mother, Uncle. I'm here.
I never thought I would find myself begging to be allowed back into Kirkwall.
Remember, it's Mirren or Athenril you're looking for. Either of them can help you out.
Either? Can I do both, or do you want me to just find one? There's one right here. Mirren was the... looking for the recruits? I mean, you're right here.
Mirren?
And you must be Hawke. Nice. Your uncle talked up a storm about you. He better not be blowing more smoke out his arse.
My uncle doesn't seem like the sort to hang out with mercenaries.
He doesn't. Gamlin cheated one of my men at a wallop match. You turn out, we'll call it even.
I'd like to know more about you first.
Right. You're not a marcher like your uncle.
Free marches.
The Red Iron is well known in these parts. We pick who we work for and keep our noses clean. But anyone screws with us, we mess them up. Makes sense.
Makes sense. I never pictured myself as the mercenary type.
Oh, the guy at the shop earlier had a bodyguard guy that was wearing the same armor. I guess he was from the same Red Iron.
Getting us into the city will take a lot of coin.
Did I mention the Red Iron gets paid pretty well? Not to mention your uncle said your sister's a mage. We're willing to pay for that.
Whoa, I don't like how he was eyeing her just now.
Apparently, Uncle Gamlin likes to talk.
You stick with us. You'll be safe. For the year, at least.
Actually, doesn't sound like that bad of a deal. Do I have to pick one or the other? I kind of want to talk to the other one first.
I'll find some other way into the city.
Let me know how that works out for you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Yeah, either Athenril or Mirren. Okay. Well, where is the other person? Where is the other person? We only see one here. I can try to walk around a little bit, but I mean, this area is not that big. Friedrich. I feel like, yeah, going with that one I would be happy with, but I just want to see if the other person has more to say.
Did I not tell you to keep the rabble out of here?
There's only so much I can do, Monsieur. I don't control the gallows.
Then what am I paying you for?
Probably people that'll be important later on. No, whoa. I don't think we've ever seen a building this high before in all of Ferelden. This place is built for high rises. Where is Athenril? Not anywhere near here. Oh, here we go. I kind of like how they do the minimap here. It's faded into the actual screen. Whoa, your ears! I'm sorry, that was really rude.
Are you Athenril?
You must be Gamlin's niece. Interesting. I don't know what he told you about us, but he certainly told us a great deal about you.
He didn't say anything about me, did he?
Enough to pique our interest, provided you can justify your uncle's confidence.
What? He told the other guy that Bethany's a mage straight out, but not this woman? I mean, I'm happy about that, but why him?
How did you get to be one of my uncle's contacts?
Is that what he calls me? He owes us after that last big idea. If you turn out, though, we'll consider things even.
My uncle seems to owe a lot of people.
I'd like to know more about what we'd be doing for you.
I can be honest. We don't compete with the Thieves Guild, but we keep our fingers in a lot of pots. That said, we're not killers or slavers. Anything short of that, however, is fair game.
Do what you want, but this sounds fishy to me. We can't afford to be choosy.
It sounds like this one, we're gonna be conning people. Or doing some gray area, illegal-ish stuff, but the other one, we'd be killing people. But would we be killing people I mean, we're just mercenaries. We kill whoever they want us to kill.
I hear getting us into the city isn't cheap.
If you're as good as your uncle claims, we're hoping you'll be worth it. After all, it's not every day we're offered an apostate's services.
Damn it! He did tell!
Does everyone know about us?
If the circle hasn't descended upon you, my guess is no. The Templars in Kirkwall like to think they have all mages properly leashed, but when has that ever been true? We can keep them from taking notice while you're with us. Wouldn't be the first time.
Thanks for the information.
I'll find some other way into the city.
Suit yourself. I'll be around for a bit, if you change your mind.
Is it just me, or are her ears, like, massive? And I don't remember the elves' ears being like that in Origins. My goodness. They're like Bluetooth earphones, but gigantic. Okay, between the two, I lean a little bit more towards the mercenary stuff. So let's do that, if we can't do both. I'd love to do both, if we can.
You again. Still too good to work for the Red Iron.
I'm ready to prove myself.
Noble bastard named Friedrich is here in the gallows. Gave us bad info. Almost killed my men. Now he's hiding out here, waiting for a ship. He sees us coming, he'll run for sure. But he doesn't know you. Go kill him and his men. We'll make sure no one asks why.
I think the scary thing, or the thing that might make us a bit uncomfortable with this one is that we don't normally kill people. Even in our escape just now, we've been killing darkspawn. And we're just a family trying to get by. So the kill is... well, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Have you checked the courtyard again?
He's still out there, but he's alone. And he's not making a move.
He's right here.
I don't trust this. What will we do when the ship comes? Wait, who are you? I demand to know what you're doing here.
I want to hear what you have to say before I decide anything.
Mirren sent them.
I'm not an idiot. I could have figured that out for myself. Look, you. I don't know what that pissant thug is paying you, but I'll double it. Just let us go.
I might change my mind if I knew how you wronged the Red Iron.
Ugh, those fools take everything so personally. So I told Lord Asheral they were coming. It was business. I was perfectly willing to give the Red Iron a share, or all of it. I could give it to you as well. Just let me go.
I think this is, we might be able to get some money temporarily, like more than what the Red Iron would give us. But if we plan on staying in Kirkwall, the Red Iron's gonna be a constant, and we'll be their enemies forever. Can you get a... I don't want to make an enemy of the Red Irons immediately. Yeah, like they're gonna be around. I don't know, man. Because that guy actually sounded kind of reasonable. But this is gonna piss off everybody. But this guy seems like a nobleman, though. We have to work for the Red Irons for a year. Oh, you know what? Forget it.
Or I could take the money off your corpse.
Yeah!
Blasted idiot dog lords. Don't just stand there. Kill them!
What? Great insult. But what if this is like the noble, the son of some noble, grand noble? Then we're screwed. But we'll worry about that later on. I think no matter what we do, we'll be pissing someone off. That's just how these things go. Hey! Don't touch my sister! Oh, they have guards over there too, damn. Goodbye.
That's enough.
We're making a huge scene here. So the double the money, can I find it on your corpse? Thank you! Thank you! Hunter's skinning knife and 5 sovereign! Oh my god, we're rich people!
So now we have to earn our way into the city. How hard can that be?
We're getting our hands dirty already! 5 sovereign! We're raking in the money.
Remember, it's Mirren or Athenril you're looking for. Either of them can help you out.
We've done as you asked.
Good. May the bloody vultures feast on his corpse and shit him into the ocean. Welcome to the Red Iron. Tell your uncle I'm making the arrangements now.
As the Grey Warden, I felt like I had a bigger leaning towards being a warrior of justice, a paragon of justice, because that's my role as a Grey Warden. We're supposed to save the world, right? But as a refugee coming from Ferelden, a random refugee, kind of like the idea of getting our hands a little bit dirty. We might not normally want to kill people, but we have to because that's how we gotta survive. I don't want to kill people either, but we gotta... Oh, Elf Lady's gone. Okay, well, whatever. Do we have enough money? Wait, he didn't even ask for the money, right? So I got to keep the 5 sovereigns? Yes, I did! Yes, I did.
Any luck?
Yes. They've agreed to help us.
I'll speak to Mirren and see when the bribes can be made. Wait here.
Then we made it. The voyage is over.
Yeah, for a year.
We'll see what happens when this debt is repaid.
If only Carver were here with us.
And Wesley.
Let's just see what happens. We have a long year ahead of us.
Ooh.